Hey, what's up guys, Hamza here for a phone review. Today we'll look into the Alcatel OneTouch Fierce XL. I'll go over some of the specs, the goods, the bads, some personal impressions, and more along that. Disclaimer! This phone has been out for quite some time. However, I have been using this for give or take a week. It's running on a Metro PCS 4G network in the northwest part of Houston, Texas. So let's jump right in. So the phone is rocking a 5.5-inch IPS display with a resolution of 720 by 1280. And if you're good with your math, that roughly estimates around 267 pixels per inch density. The phone is running on the latest Android 5.1.1 Lollipop out of the box. This phone has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 210 chip running at 1.1 GHz on 2 GB RAM, has an Adreno 304 GPU. The phone has 16 GB in-phone memory with expandable storage up to 32 GB. The OneTouch actually has a non-removable 2500 mAh battery, which is actually not that bad. This is where you put your expandable storage. This is your SIM card slot. Just your caution, non-removable battery. The case is removable, that's good. It is a plastic, but it kind of gives it a good aluminum feel. On the front of the device, we have the 2 megapixel camera with the speaker, the home button, and the back and the multitasking button, which illuminates when you touch it. On the back of the device, we have the logo, the Alcatel OneTouch logo. We have the okay 8 megapixel camera with a single LED flash and a surprisingly very loud speaker. On the right side of the device, we have a power button and your volume up, volume down rocker button, which is, the placement's not that great, but you can't really complain. There's nothing on the left side of the device. On the bottom of the device, we have your standard micro USB charging port with a small microphone area, and as well as on the top, we have another microphone area with a 3.5mm headphone jack. We have that 5.5-inch display. It is running a 720p resolution, so it's obviously not the sharpest. Nowadays we have phones running the Quad HD, which is really just 2K, and we even have the Sony Xperia, the new one, that runs 4K. That's pretty insane. So yeah, obviously the phone's screen is definitely not the sharpest, I would say that. However, the brightness of this phone, you can't really see it in video, but the brightness actually goes pretty high, which I'm actually pretty shocked, so that's a plus. The Snapdragon 210 is not that terrible. I mean, obviously it's not like the newer 810s and everything, but it's fast. It opens up, closes applications pretty good. You can switch out of app to app, pretty quick. I'm actually not running on the stock Alcatel launcher, you could say. I did download Nova Launcher on this using the Moonshine theme for the applications, and honestly it gives it a really nice Nexus original Android software experience. It already has a pretty stock Android feel, but adding this Nova Launcher really just amps it up. Kind of has that, the way those apps open, the notification, how the new Nexus have it, everything. The one thing that really surprised me was the battery. Even though it's a non-removable 2500 mAh battery, it's actually not that bad. I was really impressed. Like right now, I've just been using the phone for about 2 hours, and I'm still on like 77%. The best I've ever actually got was around, give or take, 6 hours screen on time. and that was with moderate use. Heavy usage was probably down to like 4 to 5 hours. So the battery on this phone is actually really great. The camera on this phone though is very mediocre. You know, you swipe left to open the camera menu, it takes like a few seconds to open up. The software is not that bad. I mean, it obviously could be more intuitive, but you know, it's very plain, very simple. You tap and you zoom, you click the photo. It takes pretty quick photos. In daylight, the photo quality is decent. It's good for an 8 megapixel camera. It's actually not that bad. Same story with the front facing camera. You know, hey, what's up? The front facing camera in daylight is actually not that bad. It's decent. You know, you could take really good pictures. However, in low light scenarios, it's honestly, you might as well not even use it. It gets really grainy, red dots and blue dots, purple dots that start showing up on the screen, and your pictures will end up with terrible quality. You know, trying to use Snapchat or whatever, it's really not that great at all, honestly. Honestly, for the budget, around $80 from Metro PCS, honestly, there's not much to complain. Obviously, the screen resolution is not the best, but however, it does have a 5.5-inch IPS display. The battery is a very strong point. Software experience it's okay. Obviously, it's not the snappiest, it's not the greatest, you know, Snapdragon 810 processor, you know, nothing like that. However, with the 2 GB RAM and everything, it does give it a nice, smooth experience. So the verdict on this phone, it's a great buy. Obviously, it's not the best phone. It's far from a high-end smartphone device. But for a massive budget phone, it's great. So that's my review on the Alcatel OneTouch Fierce XL. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please subscribe, comment below what you think, how I should improve my videos, what else should I be talking about, and so on. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and see you on the next one, guys.